Want to save hundreds of shekels and take control of your banking? In today's video, we're going to break down bank fees in an easy, simple to understand manner and some tips to understand how you can save hundreds of shekels a year. Hi, this is Eden Einav from Financial Aliyah. So bank fees are divided into three different categories. The first one is Pe'ulot Ba'arutz Yashir. Think of it as all kinds of digital transactions that you can do without a bank teller. For example, getting money deposited electronically, transferring someone money electronically, or even monthly payments that you make electronically to all kinds of organizations, such as your kids' tzaharon. The second kind of bank transaction is Pe'ulot al yedei pakid. These are transactions that are done by bank tellers. Think of it as walking into a bank and depositing a physical check, or going into a bank and physically pulling money out. In addition, there is all kinds of miscellaneous fees. That's the third kind of transaction, and that would include going and getting a bank check if you, for example, want to purchase a car, or going and depositing large amounts of cash into a bank where they charge a percentage of the deposits. In addition, banks make money when you transfer money from shekels to dollars. They also take a conversion fee. That's the way they make money when you're converting money. And in addition, if you send money to Chul, they also charge wire fees for that as well. So now's the question: how do we figure out how much we're paying and if we can pay less? So let's take a look at my bank fee from last month and how I managed to save 20 shekels a month, which will save me over 240 shekels this year.
So I personally bank with Mizrahi Tefachot. The reason why I do so is purely for convenience. I have an amazing banker who is fluent in English, Yehuda Solomon, shout out. And I'm willing to pay the extra little fees that I pay in order to have that convenience, and I'm able to do virtually everything digitally. It just works for me. So as you can see, every month your bank should send you a statement explaining what fees you've paid for that month. So you should be able to find it in your personal space. And if you don't know exactly where, you can ask your banker or look around. I'm also available to help you guys if you need help with that. So if we go down here, they describe all the different actions you can be charged fees for. So for example, Afkadat Mezuman, if you deposited money physically at the bank, or if you pulled money physically at the bank. Of course, I didn't do any of those things. Most people don't. But then, if you go down here, you can see Zikui Cheshbon B'amtzaut Masleka. People transferred money to my account. I have 2 credit cards on the account, so each one of those was charged money. And in addition, if you go down below, you could see the total was 28 shekels and 16 agurot. But I only paid 8 shekels and 44 agurot. The reason why I'll cover in this next section.
So now we've seen what fees the bank charges and how to check how much you're being charged. Now the question is, how do you save money? So first off, the bank has different maslulim or tracks where they bundle together the different pe'ulot or actions you can take. So a lot of banks will have a bundle where you can do 10 pe'ulot ba'arutz yashir, or 10 actions in the Arutz Yashir track for a set fee every month. So first off, make sure you're on the track that correlates to the amount of activity you do in your bank account. And the best way to do that is just look a couple months back on your statement and see how much activity you did, and then sign up for the track that it correlates to. In addition, what can be done, you can just speak to your bank and negotiate. Just tell them the fees are high. What can you do for me? That's all you have to say. העמלות גבוהות, מה אתה יכול לעשות בשבילי? because there is competition amongst the banks and they want to keep your business. But if you don't ask, they're not going to give you a discount. So for example, last month I noticed I was paying 30 shekels in fees a month. And I just said to my banker, "Hey Yehuda, the fees are really high. What can you do for me?" And he said, "Oh, your wife's a teacher. We can give you a discount." And now this month I paid 8 shekels, which over the year will save me over 240 shekels at least in banking fees. Now this brings me to my next point. There's a lot of different jobs. For example, if you work in high tech and make a high salary, very attractive to banks. If you're a government worker, if you're a teacher, if you're a soldier, that you qualify for discounts at your bank. So make sure to take advantage of that. Ask them what kind of tracks they have for your profession. And if you don't have that leverage, you can always use the leverage of switching banks and see if you can get a discount as well. So make sure you're not paying too much for fees because at the end of the day, it adds up to hundreds of shekels. Of course, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. This is Eden Einav from Financial Aliyah.